It has come, the time has finally come. Series 10, Episode 10, the final of the Sewing Bee 2024. The most talked about TV event of the year.
Of the year.
Yeah.
It was not moved around for other shows to be on.
We are not talking about the Euros.
No.
We are not talking about the Olympics.
No.
We're not talking, what else was on? Wimbledon moved it.
I know.
But we got there.
But for us, it was the highlight of the TV programming. For
Definitely.
sure.
Summer telly gets rubbish.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It fizzles out. There's
So
nothing
this,
to watch.
like-
So this was a good,
It's perfect.
good
It's perfect.
entertaining thing for
And
us.
we were down to our last three.
Yes.
All the other ones have been, we should have done it on camera actually, have been ceremonially
I know.
like, Jan!
You know, like
they're
the
out.
traitors, they kind of
Yes.
break the picture or something. So cruel, no.
So, who did
They
we
made
have?
it to the end. We had Luke, da, 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 da. We had Elsa, da, 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 da. And we had Pasha, da, 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 da.
I think all three very worthy finalists.
Absolutely, I agree. Like seeing the final, I thought, yeah, this was all deserved.
Yes.
And
I
very
think so.
different creative minds, I would say.
Yes, that's what I liked actually. It wasn't all sort of like they're all just really good at top stitching.
No,
And they were all very precise. They just had all very different skills and came at
Very
things in
different.
very different ways.
Very different tastes as
Yes.
well, which I like to see
Yeah.
because then it makes it very varied.
Yes, exactly.
So it was an exciting final.
Yeah. And actually I was thinking about it because I thought, we'll go through the three challenges, but I thought a couple of them played more into Luke's sort of creative
Strengths.
skills. But now thinking about it, the first challenge was all Pasha's precise,
Precision,
neat.
slowly sewing.
Yeah.
That's true. And then things went wrong, which broke my heart. But yeah, let's start there. With
Yeah.
the pattern challenge was
Go on.
opera gloves, which I loved. I don't
So
think they've
fancy.
ever done that before on the bee. I thought it looked extremely difficult, but extremely glamorous.
Yes. Yes.
And I didn't think it was a bad idea on Pasha's side to choose lace. I thought
No,
if that
I think
worked out.
Oh my god, it would have been like the top one for sure,
would.
but how tricky.
So tricky. It just went wrong for her. So she put a thumb upside down, inside
Yes.
out. It was all over.
Yeah, and then had two
left. But I thought that lace to me looks quite reversible.
Well,
I would have
just turn
just
it
turned it around
inside
and
out,
changed
yeah.
things. I don't think they would have noticed that. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe that she could have gotten away with, but the upside down thumb, I felt so sad for her. I thought I've never seen the gusset thing. Have you?
I've seen, as soon as when they said it, I imagined it like an underarm gusset that's like a diamond shape.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
wasn't imagining it as like
There.
the tiniest little piece in there.
Yeah.
But then to have it all the way, it makes sense when I
It
think
does.
about fancier gloves.
Yeah.
And not like the £3 gloves I buy that I lose all the
Same.
time. But like leather gloves and stuff, they
Yes.
are more of that shape, aren't they? Rather than
Which
front and back.
fits more. Yeah, you're right. I found the pattern piece fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it was
It was
one,
sort
in
of
my
like-
head it would have been two stitched together, but no, these folded
And the fold,
in.
yeah,
They had
and a
a hole for
hole.
the thumb. I thought it was genius. I don't
Yeah.
know who designed that, but I liked it a lot. I don't know if this was just me, but I thought Elsa picked a non-stretch fabric. Did I imagine this? When they kept showing it, I was like, that doesn't look stretchy to me.
It did. It looked. I was wondering whether it looked closer to like a ponte, like something that's stretchy. But it was. Yeah, you're right. It was.
It wasn't
like
as
scuba-y
stretchy.
kind of vibe.
And I think that's why it didn't fit. It wasn't just that the seam
Yeah.
allowance wasn't correct. I was like, well, all
There's
of
no-
the other two really stretch.
Yes.
This one, when she's handling it,
it wasn't going anywhere.
wasn't going anywhere. So I thought,
Yeah.
that's not going to work for you. And they didn't fit. I
Yeah.
did like the look of it.
Yeah.
It was
Those
very
tiny,
glam.
tiny
but the
fingers.
tiny fingers. And Luke smashed it.
Oh my goodness, he was amazing.
I loved that fabric.
Yeah.
I thought they were very meticulous, like they went back and
Yes.
fixed some bits, didn't
And
they?
hand-sewed,
And hand-sewed
yeah.
something. So I thought they took it very seriously, basically,
Yes.
which I liked. And they also mentioned that they'd made gloves before, different styles, but I think
That's
that
it.
will give you a little bit of confidence,
Yeah.
right?
Even if it's like a little bit of a placebo effect.
Yeah,
you kind
exactly.
of like,
Like, I've
okay,
done
I've
this
got
before.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that
Um,
definitely worked.
Smashed it. They looked amazing. They looked glam and well made.
They did.
So
I
well
really
done.
enjoyed that they had a live model.
I know, it was weird though, wasn't it weird?
I thought surely you could have found
Mannequin
there must be
hands.
hand mannequins
Well,
like shops
in
and
glove
stuff.
shops,
and
you
stuff.
see a mannequin of a hand.
That was
I found it
fancy lady.
extremely awkward. I found it, in an awards show sometimes there's just like a beautiful woman that shows up,
that's what's
says
recording.
nothing and just gives the award. That's what it felt like, and I didn't love that, if I'm being honest.
No,
But it felt
I
awkward.
thought it was a little bit
A
strange.
little bit strange. And as you say, there are hand mannequins, so why not that? Anyway, it made for quite entertaining reveals, basically.
Yes, yeah, I
because
did
when
like
she
that.
went in, like she couldn't get into Elsa,
Yeah.
she ripped Pasha's all apart. So
She
it
felt
made good television.
awful. Even though it wasn't her fault, you would, wouldn't you?
You would,
Like,
of
oh
course
my
you
God.
would. Horrendous. Anyway, Luke smashed it for sure.
Yes.
And then
Numero two was
transformation.
Party.
Paraphernalia is the word that Patrick used, which I loved. Into party outfit,
Yeah.
which we were saying is quite nice when they don't specify like.
Yeah,
a
you
dress
can
or-
go any direction. Personally, I think Luke was robbed.
Absolutely, Luke was my winner.
It
I
had,
don't know what happened there.
can I say, a bustle out
bustle.
of a fan, and then the fingers
bow.
going over, a zip. It was a full dress.
It was a full wearable dress.
Yeah.
I felt quite upset. I thought
yeah.
Esme broke it and decided that was the dress's fault.
It's made
That's
out of
how I
paper
saw
napkin.
it. Like, yeah. I don't.
No,
Luke should have
so
won that one for me too. Pasha
Pasha did. Tassel. It was good. So
was
yeah,
good.
she won that challenge.
Yes. It was good. It looked party-like.
Yeah.
I thought it looked way simpler than what Luke
Yes.
did.
Yeah. I thought Luke's. It was 90 minutes that challenge, and it just looked Luke's. I couldn't even fathom how they had done that in 90 minutes, and that to me is part of the
Challenge.
like, sort of criteria to
Completely,
being like,
yeah.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, was it maybe the only thing I thought was perhaps the colourway, because it was pastel. It didn't
Yeah,
feel as
it
party
wasn't like-
it wasn't shiny. But construction wise, yeah, I agree.
So good.
Should have won.
I would say Elsa's definitely looked like it was made in 90 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, they must have been tired by now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it down to that she didn't think. Before she started sort of draping the bunting and didn't think in advance of how that would work, and then it was too late to unravel the bunting and put a zip in it or whatever you would do. I don't know. I felt a little bit like, I don't know if you've ever had to do this at bachelorette parties or hen do's.
Oh yeah, they're like loo
Make
roll.
a dress with loo roll.
Yes.
That's a little bit.
Very
that was
much.
the vibe of panic. Of like, ah!
What do I do now?
Exactly.
Yeah. And she had the time to fix the top.
The top, she did put a tie.
A tie. And I think she could have done the same with the skirt, but
But
time.
it was a lot of rounds.
yeah,
I think
you'd have
she
to-
just ran out of time and just
Yeah.
went, you know what, leave it.
Yeah, when you've gone too far and you're
Yeah.
like, well, I can't go back.
Then it won't have a bottom, and
Yeah.
that's surely worse.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
understand what happened there.
I like the aesthetic.
Yes,
I like
yeah,
the
that was
colours.
fun.
I
You
like-
could see
yeah.
that at like Carnival, for example. If you
Yeah.
could get into it, I think that looked really fun.
Well, that's fine. And for a skirt, like for going to the loo, you don't need to take it off.
No, but you
fine.
should, yeah, put it on
It's totally
once
fine.
and that's it.
Yeah.
But it was a fun idea. I thought it was quite Project Runway. If you've
Yes,
watched
it
that
was,
show,
yeah.
they often do like, okay, you have £100 to spend in a stationery shop,
Yes.
make an evening gown.
Yes, they do, don't they?
So it felt like that,
yeah.
and which is very
good
entertaining to watch, and I think it could, for us home sewists,
Yeah.
it can give us ideas for fun, quick costumes, I think.
Absolutely.
Not
yeah.
something you incorporate into your wardrobe, but if you've got a fancy dress party, I think those challenges are very fun to think of unconventional materials. That's what they call them
Yes,
in Project Runway.
that's it. Yeah, definitely
Unconventional
unconventional.
materials and how you can use them. And it is, it's not about the best fit. It's not about something that will last. It's something fun for
Yeah.
a costume for your kids or for yourself.
That's it. And I think, having the theme is like making a party outfit. It's not like you've got to make something workwear.
No,
something for the
exactly.
office, friendly
Imagine.
party things. You can just go wild, and that's really good fun.
So that's fun. Yeah.
So Pasha won
Won that one.
that one. Luke second,
Yeah.
Elsa third. So going into the finale,
Yeah.
final big challenge. Pasha and Luke have both won one.
Yeah. Elsa's bottom at both times.
Yeah. So it was. I think at that point, I thought if Luke doesn't win, I'll be cross.
Yeah.
But I also thought that if Pasha does something
Wow.
like she usually pulls something off that's just like impeccable, then actually that could be what the judges are after.
Yeah.
Because they do I think in the past they have seemed to have favoured
good sewing,
very
precision
good
sewing, because Luke's an amazing sewist, don't get me wrong, but Pasha has been known for her precision. And like really nailing the technical side.
And kind of that over creativity.
Yes,
it's more
definitely.
like skill
before
creativity. Seems to be what they like.
Yeah.
So that's where we were.
Yeah, that's where we were.
Scene.
So just for context,
Yeah.
I mean, so Chloe and Jemima couldn't be here today to film this, but their predictions were both for Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Your prediction was for Luke to win as well. My prediction was I want Luke to win, but I think Pasha will win for exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
And I thought unless something goes terribly wrong for Pasha, she will probably win. Something did go terribly wrong for Pasha in the first one. Mm-hmm. So at this point I was like, I actually don't know which way it's going to go. It depends on the last made to measure, which was draped evening wear, I think.
Yes.
So not a dress or a suit, like not specific, just evening wear. So something special.
Yeah. Again, quite a lot of license.
Yes.
To sort of go in quite a lot of different directions.
But draped was the clue.
Yeah.
Which, as a home sewist who doesn't, I've done a little bit, I've dabbled in draping, but it's definitely not how I create things. I definitely like a pattern on paper.
Yes.
And I think a lot of home sewists do. I think that's quite hard. I think that's a separate skill.
I think it's completely different. There was a few years ago, I think it was Chinello who did a lot of pattern cutting without patterns.
Yes.
And I always felt like that's a separate skill, but that was still flat pattern cutting.
It was.
She could
shapes,
just draw. She just had that.
Take the measurement and then make a rectangle or a triangle. I think she has a book as well, which is very interesting.
Yes, yeah.
She's great.
And that was a separate skill, but yeah, like I say, it's still flat. But then doing something already, like 3D from the off, is a completely different skill, and it's completely. I like sewing because I like maths and I like rules and I like that.
And things fitting, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, it will fit because I have done the maths and I have added 2 inches and I have done this and that works, and that's why I love it.
Yeah.
But it's so alien to me, draping in a really good way. I'm very interested.
I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
And I thought they were draping. Like it wasn't like when they do the transformation challenge, and they just go like, this looks nice, pin, pin, pin.
Yeah.
No, they were creating really complex shapes, actually. I was impressed.
There was one point when Luke was like, I don't even know how to drape a sleeve. And I was like, oh my God,
how do you drape a sleeve?
Because you can see on the mannequin and I can like picture what I would do to like mess around at least and try and get things in the right shape. But just getting that sleeve head shape.
Conjure up a sleeve.
Absolutely blew my mind.
Completely.
Yes. So I have been thinking for a while that I'd like to do some draping on Stitch School.
Oh, that would be good. Because as I say, I don't think it's something that most home sewists know off the bat how to do.
No, it's not. Definitely not how we learn as home sewists. I don't think.
So
it's sort of fun. Yeah. It might be more of a thing because I think usually you probably should have a mannequin that matches your shape.
Yes.
But I don't have that, and I'm still interested. Yeah. So I feel like let us know if you are interested in learning those sort of skills.
I think you could still drape a shape and then fit it on yourself. Yeah, I feel like that's doable.
I think so. Maybe sort of intro guide.
Yeah, intro guide. That would be fun. Let us know if it's something you would be interested in. But the skill that these 3 sewists showed,
my goodness,
I was so impressed. So Elsa did a Scottish evening wear, I'm gonna call it. Traditional with a twist.
Yeah.
I loved that she used the tartan from her granddad's,
It was just
it made me
perfect.
teary, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It just got me straight away. I loved her pleating. She looked really in control when she was doing that. I thought she's doing
so
it really well.
precise.
So
Yeah.
precise. Then draped this sort of waistcoat.
It was
She called it a one-shoulder waistcoat, which
Yeah.
I quite liked.
Yeah, that totally worked for it.
Yeah.
And
I love
yeah,
it.
just the shapes that you create, I think, are just amazing.
Yeah.
And they kind of marked her down on the shape of the waistcoat, I think,
I
didn't
thought it
they?
looked
But
really
it's just
fashiony.
really cool.
I
Yeah,
thought it
very
looked
fashiony.
really fashiony. I love the hooking up of things with the leather belts that are leather buckles.
Yeah.
That are traditional to like a kilt, and
That's
I
it.
thought she really was true to her aesthetic. I love that she was wearing the same thing basically.
That's it. And
Love
that is
it.
something she has been throughout the
Absolutely.
whole thing.
She
She's-
gets top marks for that.
That's it. Very true to her aesthetic. Very true to sort of her roots
Yeah.
and what she wants to put across in everything she makes.
Love that.
And I think that is,
it's
really
very enjoyable
lovely.
to watch.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's eye-opening.
I think.
Into like what you can do with like sticking to one thing. It's not that it limits you. It
No.
means that you can. It's a
That's very
departure
true.
point, right?
Yeah, like the range of stuff she's made that all
Amazing.
has. It's very much like sort of a collection, like fashion collections.
True.
That she's just somehow managed to develop.
Making completely different
Yeah.
things, but they are all cohesive in a
That's
way.
it. Yeah, it's really
So,
lovely.
I really enjoyed it, and I thought, was it her friend or brother? No, friend. I think.
Friend, I think.
He looked amazing, I thought,
my
in
God,
it. He
so
really
good.
did. He looked brilliant.
Yeah.
And he got emotional as well.
Yes.
So I thought it was, I don't know, I loved it. Yeah, so the models were friends of theirs, which I always love and
Yes.
enjoy. We then had Pasha, who did a pink pleated
shoulders.
high-low hem.
Yes.
It looked very complicated.
Yes.
In a good way.
Yeah.
As in you could see the thinking that had gone into
Yeah.
it. For me, the proportions, there was something that
I
wasn't
don't-
quite right for
Yeah,
me.
I think so too.
Maybe the shoulders were too big on the model's frame or something that I wasn't. I loved the sketch, and then I was like, I don't know why it's not clicking for me.
It is, yeah, it's like one of those sort of fashion clothing things. Or like we talk a lot when we're trying on toiles about the balance.
The balance, yes.
Of like, is something, but is it... And there's certain things I think in fashion that have to be unbalanced and they have to
on
be for a
purpose, for
statement.
sure.
But it wasn't quite,
Something
wow, that's
wasn't-
so unbalanced and breathtaking, and it wasn't quite neat and balanced.
Yeah, I
There
don't
was,
know.
yeah, I know
Was
exactly
it,
what
did
you
it need to
mean.
be tighter here so those came out more? I don't know. There was something, but taking
The skill.
nothing away from the skill. The skill
Yeah,
was
I couldn't have done
incredible.
that,
No, the zip was hidden. I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
I mean, she talked about it. I still didn't
No, I still
understand
can't
where
see
it was. Like, amazing. The friend looked stunning in it.
Yeah,
Like
she looked great.
And I like that all of the models
They're like-
gained in confidence and strutted down the catwalks. I really, really enjoyed that. Love the colour.
Yeah,
Love
obviously.
pink. But then we got to Luke's, and I was just like,
Amazing. My mind was blown by the fact that the zip wasn't straight. Like,
Yeah,
in a good way.
what?
It was diagonal
On
and
purpose?
hidden, and it
it was completely
just
hidden. How was it hidden? I did not understand that either.
Invisible zip in two very different fabrics.
Completely different.
Basically on the bias, I guess.
Yeah, you're right.
Just that alone, I would have been like, oh, congratulations.
The design, I loved. The combination of fabrics, I loved.
Yes.
So it was sort of masculine, feminine combined in one. Sort of like a tuxedo, like a white suit
Yeah.
jacket on one half. So one sleeve, one half of the jacket, asymmetrical, pointy, beautiful. And then basically a ball gown.
Yes.
Traditionally female ball gown underneath. It looked amazing.
It was absolutely...
Their friend looked incredible.
Oh my goodness.
I just really loved this, and I thought at that point, if Luke doesn't win, I'll be angry.
Yeah, I would have kicked off, I think.
I would have
This
written
would have
to
been
the
a very
BBC.
different video. But no, it was outstanding. I think the skill level that went to it showed that he does have those precise skills. that fashion
Absolutely.
has.
And I think they got better and better
Yes,
through the
yes,
weeks.
yeah.
Or more confident, or more
Yeah.
comfortable with the timing. Something clicked at one point for Luke. and the skill started to match the creativity, and that's why they won, I think.
I think so. It was so worthy.
Stunning.
Their model, I thought,
I'm following him, or I'm following them on Instagram now because I was obsessed with them.
So good! Like the band with Esme and Patrick. Yeah,
and like the eye candy.
Perfect.
I just loved the energy. I really enjoyed it, and and they were like really encouraging Luke. Like, oh, you're doing that so fast. You're amazing now. It was like a personal cheerleader, and I love that.
Have you ever thought who would be your model if you were in the final?
Yes, I think about it every year, and 100% it would be my friend Tabitha. She is loud, encouraging, and energetic and bubbly, and I think that's what I would need in the moment. I think some people might want someone quiet and calm. I'd want someone going like, you can do it, you can do it. And then she would absolutely look incredible down the catwalk because she'd give it all the sass. So, yeah, I know. She's my person. How about you?
I think from the first series of the Sewing Bee, my sister was like, yeah, you need to do this because I want to be on it.
I want to be on it.
So I don't think I could choose anyone else, but I think Liz actually would be more like sat next to me.
Yeah.
You're right. Do you need anything? Shall I get you a cup of tea? Where are your pins?
Come and collect.
I'll just tidy this bit up while you do that. Which is probably what I would like as well. I would need the calm. Like, I've got this. I just need maybe you to iron that thing for me. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then over the other side of the room, you guys would be like.
Oh, Tabs is the person that would go like, oh, what's this doing there, and unpin something, and everything would unravel, but I'd still want the energy in the room. So. But yeah, it's always lovely when they use someone close to them. It means more.
It does, yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, overall, I think Luke, completely worthy winner.
It.
Absolutely fantastic. I am very pleased. I don't often pick the winner right.
No, that's right. I don't know. I can't remember last year. I think I picked right.
Who was last year?
Asma. Because that transformation dress,
amazing.
We all wanted her to win because that was insanely good. But yeah, this year I just was really wishing and rooting for Luke. I just thought that they might not go for them. But in the end, I do think Pasha had a bad week.
I know.
Is unfortunate.
Yes.
Because in my head I was like, obviously they're gonna pick her. But that shows you that it can go upside down. And it's
showbiz, isn't it?
It's showbiz. It's so biz. But what a series. I know. Absolutely loved it.
Really, really enjoyed this series. I don't know why it's felt a bit different for me, but I don't know whether it's the people on it I've kind of identified with more, or the challenges, but I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been really good fun.
I loved it, and I've got a few things in my head on my plans list that I want to make. I really want to make a fringe top, not dress because I wouldn't wear it, but a top to wear with jeans that I will eventually finish.
Absolutely.
And then actually my mum, when I went to Costa Rica, gave me some tablecloths of my made embroidered by my grandma that have a few stains on, so she was like, you can use these. So I do want to try and transform a tablecloth. That was like one of the first challenges.
Yeah, it was that holiday week one.
So I've got two things on my list. God knows if I'll get around to do them. But that's what I love from the show, is that it gives you ideas as well.
It does. Yeah, it definitely sparks your sojo.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely sparks your sojo. And also you learn little tricks and things. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring.
Wow.
Let us know what you thought of the whole series 10. Feels amazing that it's series 10. And what was your favourite? Did your favourite person win? Just let us know how you feel about it. And we won't be back with these debriefs, not for another year. Who knows when Series 11 will be. They always sneak up on us, don't they?
They do. We could
like,
always...
It starts next week!
See if we... I'm not committing to this. We could see if we could sneak in one for the Christmas ones. That might be quite fun.
That could be fun!
Because it's the celebrities. It might have to be like, we're back in the new year.
Okay, we can do that, because we won't be in the office. I'm not committing to the office.
We're going to come in on Boxing Day, guys. Specifically for this really important video we're making.
I'm not sure I'm happy with that. But we could do a Zoom one. But no, in the new year, you're right. We can look back. Because some people forget to watch the specials, actually. So maybe we'll do that, but we'll be back on YouTube
Yes.
with plenty of content. Do not worry. We've got some fun things. We've got some for the history fans coming up. We've got some kind of recapping of things that we like. I don't know. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, we've got vlogs
Plenty of
planned
stuff coming
and filming very soon that you can watch, and we can keep you company in your sewing room, hopefully. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.
Bye.